Yeah. Yeah. Neon flash, I'm online live. Throttle twist, we override. 125 heartbeat drive. City code, I feel alive. Quick lane shift, no left dive. Full send, no clear the way. Electric pulse when I arrive. Street goes boom when I drive. Symphony SR 125. Please that throttle, feel alive.
Yes, hello and welcome to another vlog here from Benna Rider. First of all, thank you very much to EXpoMoto in Malaga for this test drive, for letting me have this vehicle here to test it out and to tell the world that EXpoMoto is now in Malaga, the official dealer of SYM. We have QJ Motor, we have Keeway, we have Macbor, and yeah, that's everything. It's a new dealer in town here in Malaga. First of all, thank you very much to EXpoMoto in Malaga. Yes, and today we have here the SYM Symphony SR 125. I tested it out already maybe 2 years ago, so nothing basically has changed. But in this year the dealer said something will change. They will bring out a new model of the SR. So we are looking forward to that. Well, this is still the 2025 model year here. It is a very good entry in the 125. It does not have the full 15 horsepower. It has 11 point something, but actually it didn't feel really bad. It felt basically like all the others when I was going up here on the highway. So I don't have any complaints there. Anyways, let's get to the controls, the display and the storage space. So on the left hand side of the handlebar we have the brake lever for the rear disc brake, which is a 240 millimeter. In the front we have a 260, but this model here that I have here is only equipped with CBS's centralized braking system. We do not have ABS. You can actually get it extra as an extra for €200 more, and then you get the SR with ABS as well. Anyways, we have the light switch here, which is high beam, low beam. We do not have any passing light. I thought it was. No, it says seat open here, if you can see it. And if you press that, then the seat will open. So we have two possibilities to open up the seat here and with the regular key switch. On the right hand side, we have the throttle, we have the brake lever for the front disc brake, and we have the starter switch right there. So in the middle we have the display. It is kind of old-fashioned, to be honest, but you know, you have to look at the price. This is the display here. We have a regular gauge display here for the speed in kilometers an hour and in miles. We have here an LC display which actually shows your remaining fuel. We have a big clock there, and we have a little trip field here, trip or the total, and there's nothing else to change. We have all the important indicator lights like the turn signal, as you can see, and they're very, very easy to see even in bright daylight, which I like very much. Yes, when it comes to the storage space, we do not have any cubby holes left or right, but we do have a centralized cubby hole here. Actually, it is a kind of flimsy, to be honest, the key. So yeah, not the best quality. Okay, we still have to look at the pricing. But we do have actually a USB socket in here, which is regular USB, and you could put a few things in this cubby hole here, but you have to be careful with that lock actually. Here's a regular key switch there, and that's everything in the front. We also have a hook here for your grocery bags, so that is pretty nice. If you're looking for under seat storage, yeah, we can do that. We can open up the seat here, as I said, or we open it up with the key switch. Basically, I have it open already, so this is what it looks like. And underneath the seat we also have the fuel tank, which is fairly small, 5 point something liters. We have a a storage space for the helmet, but unfortunately not for a full-faced helmet, probably only for a small jet helmet. We also have the main switch here, and we do have a top box. In the top box is a SH33 from Schott. Fits actually my helmet. I will put the picture on the screen. If you have a full-faced helmet, you can put it in the rear, and the front you can put your other groceries if you want. Yes, this is the SYM Symphony SR 125 2025 model year, the CBS version. We also can get that in an ABS version, which will cost €200 more. Let's go. So we're sitting on the SYM Symphony SR. One thing I don't want to forget to mention, the side stand is a little bit strange, has a very strong spring loaded, and pulls back very easily, so it's very difficult to put it there on a side stand. Maybe it's something wrong with mine, but if its intention is like that, then yeah, and it's definitely not so well designed, to be honest. I only know that from another company. I don't know if that is Triumph or so, which actually produce kind of weird side stands which almost fall back automatically, and it's kind of dangerous. Or maybe it's KTM, I don't know. Anyways, let's get going. Yeah, we just turn on the ignition here, and we see everything here in the display, and we also see that we need to get some gas. I hope we don't need that going back home. Anyways, let's get it started. Yeah, by sitting on it, the seat is not too high, but on the other hand, of course, if the seat is not too high, then usually you do not have so much space underneath the seat, which is true in this case. I told you about that already. The seat seems to be quite comfortable. Yeah, quite comfortable. And in the corners, it actually does not feel bad. And we have the 16-inch tires in the front and in the rear. And so it is actually pretty nice. From the handling, definitely here in the corners. I did already the brake check here. It is very strong and powerful, the brake, or the brakes, front and rear. Only CBS though, but you know, it tends to slip a little bit in the rear. So you have to watch out when you do a full stop braking here with this one. Also want to mention something, since I see it here. I don't know how accurate the fuel tank indicator is, because I had 2 bars when I came here. Now we have 1 bar blinking. I hope, as I said, I can make it back. For the fuel tank to last until we reach the dealer. We have full throttle here on the hill, on the incline. We're above 100 now, according to the speedometer. I have still full throttle, falling now to 100. Maybe 97 or so according to the speedometer. I don't know what the real GPS speed is, so hopefully I can put it on the screen for you now. but it feels pretty good actually. I mean, of course you have a lot more air flow here because we don't really have a real windscreen and everything, but it does not feel bad. Definitely okay for the summertime. There's a little bit of bunny hopping, a little bit, not so much. Maybe you can see that, a little bit of shaking, probably because the front is so light. The mirrors are fairly big actually, and they don't vibrate too much. It's okay. We can see everything in the mirrors. That's okay. Also, even for riding on the highway at, I don't know, 80, maybe 80, 90, it is actually not so bad. And you can do it, you know. Probably better for shorter stretches. I mean, if you want, you can do it for longer, but everything is possible, of course, but I would not really recommend it though. But for the city, I think it's a very, very nice scooter. Very agile to run around in the traffic or through the traffic. And here we are stuck behind the trucks now. Yeah, I don't really have any complaints about this, only of course that it is a little bit not so well equipped, you know, let's put it this way, as the other ones. But we have to look at the price. The price is nice. The cheapest version of this one, including registration and everything, is 2,000, almost 2,700. So that is actually not too bad. And let's see what we get this year from SYM with a new model, maybe full LED or something. We will see. But yeah, so far so good for that price. I can recommend it to you. That is no problem. You sit like this on the seat here, you know. You have to put your feet there. You don't really have any other position for your feet. So you should not be that much taller than me. I am 175, 5'9". Yeah, everybody is scared of the radar here again. And yeah, but I'm sure it will also use a lot less fuel than any other scooters. And yeah, I think I can conclude this video already about the SYM Symphony SR 125. I'm not sure if I can make a video about the ST. I did that actually maybe 2 years ago already. You can watch my video here. But yeah, it's a good entry point into the market of the 125cc scooters. The power, which is a little bit less than usual, 11 point something horsepower, is actually not so bad. Probably because it is lighter also than the competition, so you don't really feel that much difference. And yeah, that's what it is. That's the SYM Symphony SR 2025 model year, CBS version. Thanks very much for watching. This is Ben Ride Out. Take care. Bye-bye.
Cruising down the coast, sun on my face, on a brand new ride, taking my place. From scooters to beasts, every mile's a test. I push the limits, give you my best.